You can't be for real, right? I don't want free art. I want real art. Some people were trying to investigate if it's a real Michelle or not, if something happened to her. And maybe it's not even real her. Maybe it's somebody else behind her account. Or so one of the famous League of Legends artists was accused of using AI, and I want to talk about it. Okay, so everything is alleged. I don't know anything, so I'm going to review the situation, and at the end I'm going to give you my own opinion. But the artist that we're going to talk about today is Michelle Hoefner. I hope I pronounced that name right. But if you are a League of Legends fan, or if you ever played League of Legends, you better sit down, because what you're going to see is iconic. And when I'm saying iconic, I mean iconic. Like, look at the art that she made for League of Legends. She did splash arts for Nami. When I'm saying for Nami, she did like 3 of them. Like, it's amazing, okay? Even original Nami, she drew the original splash art for Nami. Arcade Misfortune, DJ Sona, Ash, I believe, and some other iconic splash arts that are just good, okay? She's doing it for a long time already, okay? She has an art station where you can see like full splash arts, fan arts that she did, traditional work, line art work. Let's take a look at her process, because this is something that we will need for the future reference. I want you to pay attention to the way she does the sketch, okay? The preparation for the like full like work, okay? This is what her sketches look like. Let's remember this. Please remember this. I found this document on Twitter that somebody compiled a whole document of screenshots and proofs where 2 people were commissioning her, because besides her Riot League of Legends work that she did and that she is paid for from the company, she also does commissions, and she was advertising her commissions like a lot on her art station, on her Twitter. I believe that she has some other social networks where she was advertising that, but we are going to talk about that later. So as I mentioned, she is taking commissions, and this is what her commission price list looks like. Like, you can order portraits in the format of sketch or toned ink portrait, or you can get a traditional portrait, you can get digital portrait. There's a lot of different options. You can even see all the prices. It's very detailed. I think it's a very good example for artists how you can make your commission price list. Yeah, and the prices are, I think, fair for the person who works in the industry for such a long time, who was at least working for Riot and making like iconic splash arts, and who literally has so much experience and who clearly knows what they're doing. But you can see that her commissions are on sale, and there's like 75% off and stuff like that. I've heard that they've been on sale for a long time already, but that's none of my business, okay? That's not related, I think. There's this Google document, as I mentioned, somebody created. It's literally called Michelle Hoefner AI Scam. Let's be critical, okay? The thing is, like, I really trying to be really skeptical about this, because you never know. Like, you never know who's right, who's wrong, what is Photoshop, what is AI, what is real, what is not. We don't know anything. Let's keep that in mind, and let's just take a look at what is going on in this screenshot. A person was interested in commissioning her, and these are some attachments that they sent of the characters. Michelle chose the first one, Sunny, to create a commission from. This is like the reference sheet, and the person said that there were already some other artists who were creating like artworks with this character, and they just talk about the details of the work, that there's going to be a baseball bat and burning wings and Christmas lights and so on. Just normal conversation to me. So the commissioner wanted to make it fun and dynamic, and they even said the reference for the background should be like a street road with forest surrounding it, and there's like, I can see like fire or something going on. So let's see. This is what Michelle sent as a first work in progress, and she said that the next update will be ready to send soon. The commissioner liked it. I mean, it's just a sketch, and let's look at the sketch, okay? Because this sketch is very interesting, so to say. We already know how her art looks like, and we know how her process looks like. I saw some people criticizing the sketch and like that it may be just traced AI or something. The thing is, right now I can't check that. I can't be sure 100%, right? right? You don't know what, like, you don't know how the artist created it. Plus, the way people draw for themselves or for the company, like for their own like YouTube channel or something, and the way they draw commissions sometimes is different. It doesn't mean that they're tracing something, just the process may be different. At least that's how it is for me. That's how it was for a long time. But it clearly looks differently from her previous sketches. In her normal sketches, you can see a lot of like guideline lines. You can see a lot of, let's call it like backstage lines, the lines that are kind of helping you to create some shapes and body and things like that, because body are difficult to draw, and even professional artists like Michelle are doing some kind of really rough sketch first. But here you can see already like kind of not very clear lines, but they're clearly traced over something, and we don't know, maybe she just did a rough sketch and then she traced the rough sketch. Some other people say that she used AI for that, and that usually her background does not look like that. Like usually she does not have a background like this, and also you can see kind of already even the clothing and stuff like that, which is not her typical process. That's not how she usually draws. She doesn't have that under layer whatever going on. Whatever, let's keep moving. Their art is going well. I will update you today. Awesome, thank you. And like 7 hours later, she's sending this picture. First of all this stuff you can already see on the sketch, so it looks like it was already there, just she turned off that layer or like turned off the opacity, made it black and white. And also again, that's not how process looks like. She's not painting one thing at a time, and this is how most of the professional artists do not draw. This is like a lot of like beginner artists do this. They have the sketch or the line art and then they focus on one thing at a time. They paint like, for example, the scarf or like the skirt in a lot of details, and then they move on another thing and another thing and another thing. But a lot of professional artists, a lot of artists with experience, they look at the image as a whole. You know, they try to think about all the elements at the same time, and they are working on the whole image at the same time. So that means that they put the tone first at all the elements, they put the color first at all of the elements to understand how to make the whole image work in the future, like as a whole thing. Because you can already see that there is a light there, but how can you, like, you don't put light like that in this stage of work. And also the head looks so detailed, like, you know what I mean? And also look at this bat. Like, I'm not trying to say anything, but this does not look like she painted that bat. To be honest, like, that's not how she paints. At least if we're trying to judge based on the previous works that we saw and her process. By the way, the sponsor of this video, my brushes. You can get my brushes on Gumroad, link in the description. Person asked to change the color of the eyes to make it gold. After a couple days, the person was like, hey, how's it going? I'm just curious what the progress is. Michelle was like, the art is going well. I have the next update ready to send to you soon with the golden eyes added. And the person was really excited. And then another week later, she says that it's halfway done. A couple days later, she's sending this. You can't be for real, right? Like, you can't be. Like, it's a joke, right? Okay, let's open her processes again. And most of her processes, at least at some stage of her artwork, she is painting on the hair. Like, she's painting them at least as a color. Like, it's not going to be detailed like that, but it's going to be painted. Here is just like completely not ready yet, right? You can see clearly that the whole fire thing, at first I thought maybe it's a brush. Like, there are brushes that look like that if you use them like in Photoshop or even Procreate, that may be similar effect. You can clearly see that some of the elements of the art are copy and pasted, and a lot of people are arguing that that's because it's AI, whatever. First of all, that road, that trees and the background, they kind of do look like AI. I'm not going to lie to you. Look at the cars. The cars are just super AI cars, okay? At the same time, some of the other elements that I see, they can be copy pasted, like photo batch type of photo collaging type of thing. You know what I mean? I don't know if necessarily it was AI or not, but I know that a lot of artists in the gaming industry do stuff like that as one stage of the work. It's not like a final thing, but they use photos or some sample images and then Photoshop them, like kind of integrate them for like textures, for example, or something like that. But here you can clearly see the hair are not even remotely there. Plus, to me, what it looks like, the hair is most difficult thing to AI here. That's why it's still not there, you know what I mean? The person who was commissioning art asking, just wondering how long the piece normally take to complete. Michelle says, the time frame is up to you. I will have the next update ready to send to you soon. Up to me? How is that? Yeah, she says like, yeah, you can choose the time when you want the piece to be complete. And a lot of people were like really put off by that, like her saying that the time frame is up to you, but really it is up to the commissioner if you need it by specific deadline. But usually people talk about it in advance. They don't talk about it like that when the work is almost done. But yeah, that's a little bit weird. That's suspicious. That's weird. Commissioner said that they prefer to be finished by August 7th. So it's been already like a month and a half at least, I think. So at August 7th, after the commissioner asking, hey, is it finished? And Michelle is sending the final work. What do y'all think? What it looks like to me, some of the elements that were AI'd or like whatever collaged into the piece were painted over, so it looks more organic, but the whole piece was collecting like a puzzle, you know. It was like arranged. It wasn't like painted on like her normal process. That's why it's so confusing. And the background is not how she does backgrounds at all. And you can see that like she fixed the cars. How did she fix the cars? Like, okay, God, that's so weird. Also, the way you see like the end of the road is super like AI-ish, because what is it? A bridge? What is that? At the end, like it's clearly so not well made, even like from AI side, you know what I mean? And then the person is asking for a refund. They're like, please refund, it's clearly drawn over AI art. If you don't refund me, I will contact PayPal, thank you. So you can see here the logo and hat thing are clearly AI, and they're not even what they're supposed to look like. There was a clear reference of the character, and the character did not have that element on her head. And you can see like blurry imagery, obvious AI logos on hat and jacket, not the character's outfit, and inconsistent quality. Also with AI images, how you can tell that it's AI if the background is so detailed like that. Look at the houses, look at the windows of the houses. People would not paint it like that. The character that is a focal point will be so detailed, and the background will be omitted completely. You can see on her splash art, you can see how she did the windows here. Do you see that? You're not going to draw that like a lot of this like weird dots, hyperpixelated, and this just does not look right. So the person who commissioned the art said that some other artists were painting their character. So this is what the drawing looked like, and they put it, both of the drawings, both of the artworks, they put it into some kind of AI recognizing website, and you can see that Michelle's artwork is like 94% artificial and other artists is 94% human. They will say that it's like 16% artificial, because even though it's like 100% made from scratch, maybe just the website recognizes some of the elements, thinks that it's AI, even though it was made from scratch, you know what I mean? So, and then they were just arguing about it. Michelle did not want to refund. Michelle was saying like, stop harassing me about AI. This is my art. This is my art style. And the person was trying to get money from her from PayPal and putting a lot of details into explanation of the situation. And Michelle was trying to fight it back. Another important thing to mention is the person who commissioned Michelle asked to send layers. Just send me the proof, the screenshot of layers or something, that to see your process, and then we'll be fine. Then I'll be okay with that or something. Especially the background. And Michelle was like, no, that was going on for a long time. And then Michelle sent a fixed version of the art where she made some revisions, fixed the hat logo, removed the jacket logo, fixed the bat, removed fix the outfit, fix the cars, sharpening the size of the art, and this is what it looks like now. And the person who commissioned obviously was not happy about it. They said it's still obviously AI, stop sending me like more AI revisions. I don't need that. And there's even like a detailed version of revisions. You can see revisions they tried to make that I didn't ask for. So some of the things that the commissioner did not even ask to change, Michelle was apparently fixing, and the logo was just apparently copy-pasted from the reference. And so there was another artist who commissioned an artwork. This is what they received. Like, to me, this looks like a most typical AI art possible. The most typical, okay? That you don't even like, you just write AI girls. This is what you get. This does not even look like her style. Like, look at this art and look at the art that she made, like legitimately from scratch. A friend commissioned the artist for 2 character piece. He provided the payment and waited for the sketch. Artist sent a sketch which is 100% AI with Photoshop filter slapped on it. Friend did not notice but asked for edits in the sketch because it was really different from his request. So the request was not even like followed. Artist didn't provide a new edited sketch and simply just sent a result after some time. Result turned out to be slightly edited generic AI art. After friend pointed this out, you can see the artist's response. This is the final work update. Please let me know how you receive it. Blah blah blah. Thank you for commissioning me. Very disappointed to see the use of AI and you didn't advertise your commissions as AI. Please refund me 75% in goodwill. Michelle respond, I'm confused. I painted the artwork from start to finish. I'm a high-end painter. And then the person again just asked some images of the creation process, sketches or pre-color images, and Michelle sent this. What it looks like to me, she just did like a sketch on top of the work that she already sent. Just made it like her normal type of sketch style, kind of. Even though normally even her sketches don't look like that. Like, look at the hair. Like, no. And then the other working process is basically she pasted on the final work into the sketch and just erased some of the parts to make it look like it's work in progress. But I don't know, because if it's a real screenshot of work in progress, why would you have light on that hair? There's no other symbols of the light anywhere else. That's not how the painting process works. And then there are other screenshots of the first commissioner with Michelle about how Michelle says that there is no such thing as AI disputes and stop trying to get free art, and the commissioner was like, I don't want free art, I want real art. And then apparently there was another person who commissioned her, and this is the art that they received. This is from Friendly Neighborhood Artist video, so this is not on the document. This, to me, this looks more like her style, to be honest, especially the background and like everything. But still, like, people argue that it's also made with AI and copy pasted the reference that she received from the commissioner. So what do you guys think? So like, I can't say for sure that it's AI, but it just really looks like one, okay? The problem I have is that some people were trying to investigate if it's a real Michelle or not, if something happened to her, because she was not posting a lot of art, a lot of like finished splash art or like some other pieces. Apparently, I believe she left Riot, or I'm not sure if she's working for League of Legends anymore. And then like she moved and things like that. And like since 2020, 2021, she was not even tweeting a lot of things. So that made a lot of people think that maybe something happened and maybe it's not even real her. Maybe it's somebody else behind her account or something like that. To me, it sounds, of course, maybe someone can steal a Twitter account, but what about email? What about PayPal? What about all the other accounts? Like, that sounds a little bit too much. Another type of accusation was that the only type of post that she was doing is like promoting her commissions, and she was not like even tweeting a lot and things like that. Like, that's fine, that happens. Like, I believe maybe commission work is one of her main sources of income right now or something like that, and like maybe that's why she is just advertising them mostly, and she just does not have interest in posting something anymore. That happens all the time to artists especially, and maybe she just does not want to draw, or she doesn't want to like share her work anymore. She doesn't want to be on internet like that anymore. That's totally fine. It doesn't mean that she can't advertise her commissions, right? But the problem is like commission quality, okay, and use of possible use of AI that was not mentioned in the commission like price list, that, oh, I'm using AI to make my process faster or something like that, which I think people won't even be surprised anymore if you straight up say things like that. But there were people who trying to find her address, trying to contact her relatives, trying to contact colleagues and friends, and to me this is a little bit stalkery behavior. But at the same time, I understand we saw some interesting things, to say the least, on the internet where the person was behaving like strangely, kind of, right? So internet was worried about this person and felt the need to investigate. Maybe this person actually needs help or something like that. From what I know, the people who commissioned her and received a result that they did not like, let's call it like that, I think they were not refunded. At least I couldn't find the proofs that they were refunded. I think that one of the cases on the PayPal was closed in the seller's favor. So if you guys know anything more about this situation, please let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about the whole thing? To be honest, what I see here is just an artist who was really burnt out probably, or has some kind of issues. We don't know what the person is going through, right? That's why they stopped posting that much. That's why they stopped creating new art, because they are basically just reposting old art and promoting commission work, and just trying to make it as easy as possible, like even to finish the commissions. But the problem is that a lot of people like who order commissions are also artists, yeah, or somehow related to art. That's why they can see if something is off. And of course the red flag if the artist is not sending you work in process or sketch your work in process. Keep an eye on that. Let me know your opinion in the comments. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Let me know what you guys think about this situation, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.